Today's episode is about the interior and the process I had to go through changing the old 2008 interior to the Gen 1 2014, I would say 11 to 14 interior. What kind of challenges, what are things you need to consider. Hope that you enjoy it and that lots of important information you can find it in this episode. Now at this stage I'm gonna take off most of the decoration which we will not need anymore. Anything related to the interior, gonna keep it in home. Somebody gonna like to buy it, of course not the rear, but these doors, panels and the dash, of course with the mid console. Yeah, anything is gonna not be needed at the workshop because we are almost ready to do the swap. So everything here as of accessories are gone, even in the trunk. Kind of ready, because the seat need to be taken out as well, and then the dash, and then the big boy, which is the engine to the transmission to the drive shaft. Wish me good luck, guys. I should be calling the next stage interior restoration more than swap, because the condition of the interior I received, it wasn't that much clean, so I had to go through some kind of processes. I thought I can send it back and buy a new one, and yeah, but then I thought to myself, let's give it a try and see what kind of results I can achieve. And yeah, I wouldn't say much. Stay tuned, watch the next part, and you are gonna be very much surprised. So this is part number one of the party of swapping the interior of my Trichy to the one of 2014 style, 2011, 2014. Yeah, so I'm gonna take off these covers because they are very nasty, and I'm very sure lots of repair and cleaning, especially cleaning, will need to be done. I have here some bad boys These bad boys should help me making everything look fine. Da, 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 da. Water source. Let's start the cut and let the game begin. So the first look is bad, but not too bad. It's just bad. Let's see what can we make out of this mess. It's a big mess. McGuire's, can you clean this shit? Sorry for my language. So stage 1 is done, which is taking every electronic part out. These are from the window controls. This is the light switches. The guy who sent me this dash, he was very excited to send the dash, so he forgot to send many things, like the cover here, like the the glove drawer. He forgot it completely. Also the clusters cover, the trim, yeah, the switches, the light of my color from here has been also taken out. It has 2 clips, yeah, clips up and down. Screws, you take this cover out, and then screws for the subwoofer. The plug come out also easily. It has kind of, where's the hole? There is the hole. Rubber sealing. So all these electronics being taken out. My color from the cup, these buttons also being taken out. And now I'm gonna wash and start to clean every part of these, and let's see what we will come up with. You can see it's almost white, not black anymore. Blue. So here we have a water pump in this tank. It's a pressurizing pump, and then we will start with flushing everything with water, fresh water. The weather is nice, so maybe we can do that.
One day later.
So everything now is back at home since yesterday, since last night, and they are almost dry. Now we can see much of improvement here. It's much clean, but still not clean enough. I took this part this morning and you can see how much dust is here. So still I want to clean this area with the deep cleaner from Maguire's, because if you remember, this actually was the handle and it was almost brown, was looking very bad, and now it looks way much nicer. So this can be ready for the final stage. All the switches I took yesterday, even the speakers, I took them, cleaned them. Now I see the cat hair is stuck there, but there was lots of dust inside these. All the switches, I took it apart, all the boards. You can imagine how much dust was inside these. So yeah, doing more detailing and hope it works. Everything so far looks nice. So this is completely deformed because of the heat, and the best solution is hot water. Just put slowly boiling water, then we'll come back. You might need to do this process twice. So after everything is done, when it's dry, you can glue it in. So you can see I'm taking my time. I'm just allowing it to absorb the heat. You see now I can easily move it, bend it. I'm pushing the rubber in. Start from one edge and come all the way to the middle. Now, once you've done this, don't leave it because it's still hot, it's still flexible. You need to keep pushing in, making sure that when it cools down, take the new shape, which is the original one. So you can feel it, it's very hot. I'm using here double gloves to protect myself. So it's something I can resist, this hot temperature. It depends, for some people might be more, might be less, so you need to be careful, of course. It's hot water, so I don't think it's important to tell you how to be careful with the hot water. So I'll keep pushing, but I see in some areas that the veneer is pushing back, so I need to keep holding in. And I feel it's still warm. That's not hot anymore, it's just warm. Once it's done, I will leave it for one day, see if I might need to do this process again, then I'll just repeat it. But I think 1 or 2 times for partly deformed material should be fine. Unless you need more, then you do this more again, more and more. You can see? It's almost holding in, and see the heat from here, still pushing. But yeah, you can see it's a successful process. It's a short update after fully cleaning this baby. Look how black is it. It looks so good, so good. Thank you, Maguire's. Fixing the armrest at the doors. Look how good is it. Juicy. I'll take this off and change it with red. I have the same leather of my seats still, and yeah, I take it to a friend who will redo them exactly like that, because the original, the one I have, is also has these dots. So this looks clean now. This now looks clean, but yeah, not yet shiny. And we have here the superhero. Will make everything look crystal clear, crystal shiny. Anyhow, before I do that step, I will try to play with the color here, because it's kind of gray, and I like to have it more to black. So I will do a small test. You can see here I did something. It's look good, but it's not exactly the same black. It's kind of, so I'm gonna do a few tests. Hopefully I don't screw everything. It's gonna be a waste of time, and then we will see. Now this part is broken. It looks like someone tried to carry it from this side. So what am I gonna do? I found out some kind of combination. If you are using something like this or pure acetone, then you need an ABS plastic, something like that. You can put one drop, and then when you see it's actually melting, then you know that this plastic is good for you. You put actually that was really nice fun. So I just start breaking plastic parts and throw it inside, and now I have kind of liquid. Now this liquid, you can use it to support the metal. Also, I'm gonna be using a metal sheet. The idea will be welding this, just heat it a little bit and let it get stuck at some point, and then support it with my plastic mixture, which will dry eventually, and then it will be a hard plastic. This method is actually very good and being very successful. I found many guys in YouTube doing it, so we'll try to do that. So the parts being just temporary glued, and then we are gonna using, you see how is it now? Let's switch off. It's become like a jam. Now this jam is gonna be really amazing to support the structure. It will become like glue when it's dry.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gone live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God wants, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad,
yeah.
Baby, I'm bad.
I just wanna stay bad, stay mad. Chip on my shoulder cause they treat me like an outcast. I ain't gonna take that, stay back. I'll be swinging hard till the hits come in all caps. I ain't gonna lay back, pray that someone's gonna help me. Ain't nobody like that. I ain't gonna wait, that's all fact. Give me one shot and I'll never get the throne back. I'm sick of being cautious, I'ma go cause something, can't stop this. I'ma steal everybody's lane, call it shoplift. Sick of hearing everyone complain when they thoughtless. Taste the pain, it's like candy canes. It makes me go change into a better frame, into a better name. Society's insane, we all live for fame, yeah. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life. gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only got one, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got cash in the bag, stadium packed. For the rocks, when the sights come, live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only got one, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got cash in the bag, stadium packed. For the rocks, when the sights come, live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only got one, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I won't obey. You cannot tell me what I cannot say. I'm here to last, so yeah, I'm here to stay. I'll live each second like my final day. You can't take that away. Got cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only got one, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got cash in the bag, stadium packed. For the rocks, when the sights come, live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only got one, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got cash in the bag, stadium packed. For the rocks, when the sights come, live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only got one, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats. Baby's bad, oh baby's hella bad. After her there ain't no coming back. Wanna take a run at that. I think she's feeling me, turn it up a few degrees. My imagination of her body gets the best of me. Oh gosh, she's such a tease, bitten lips, bruised knees. I'm addicted to her, need her touching me. Cause she got a bad little waist, and we tearing down this place. Off the liquor that we chase, got some egos to the face. Baby, I don't need no space. Coming closer for a taste, and I'll show you how I make everything just fade away. Cause she's like sex, drugs, cocaine, body so insane. Jealous of the clothing that she wears up on that tight frame. All game, no shame, baby came here to play. I feel like an addict cause she's sex, drugs, cocaine. Got a fine little body and her mind's kinda naughty. They say that once you taste it, you cannot replace it. She could get you high, all the dopamine inside triggers fast once she's naked. Her body's a creation. They say the devil made her for his entertainment, but even he couldn't learn how to contain it. Her high heels make a damn good statement. There is no replacement, a body by Satan. Cause she got a bad little waist, and we tearing down this place. Off the liquor that we chase, got some egos to the face. Baby, I don't need no space. Coming closer for a taste, and I'll show you how I make everything just fade away. Cause she's like sex, drugs, cocaine, body so insane. Jealous of the clothing that she wears up on her tight frame. All game, no shame, baby came here to play. I feel like an addict cause she's sex, drugs, cocaine.
see right now. So far the results. It was a small crack here, so I thought, why not? And also here. So you can see that everything is now dry and looks very good. But also I see that it needs a little bit of support from this area. So what I did, small tape, another sheet of metal, then I will be painting this area. Somehow still overnight this has not been fully dried, so I can still use it, but everywhere else is, look, you see it's like complete plastic. You can, it's like bonded with the whole plastic, so it's melting. And this one is also looking very good. So satisfying. There was a crack here, so nice. So the first stage I'm doing is I just made the support for the plastic mold. Then simply when it's dry enough, then I can paint it from top and bottom just to make full seal. And then I cut the edges, whatever I like. I can trim the whole thing. So it's a little bit messy, but when it's completely dry, I can absolutely do whatever I want. Even that it's an area where there is no access at all, so it doesn't matter. But it looks good. And yeah, you can see the reference always I keep. Now this will never bond with the metal, of course, but you can see that this is how it became. So this is very thin layer which it bond with nothing. So imagine when this is bonding with the existing plastic, how strong is it gonna be? Especially with adding more metal sheet. This will, I can't even cut it. I can't even cut it. So now, since this area is dry, so we can start painting this as well and doing the support all over. So quickly, after a few minutes, just literally in a few minutes, I might be doing also another layer, because why not? Again, all these details you can trim it later on the way you like, so it does not matter that much, especially the details here which is out of the area where the broken part. Just fine surfacing, and I keep just putting tape on it, and it's still, I can use it. Just little shaking and everything is good. Yeah, I can't say back as new, I would say better than new. The results are so nice. I like. So you can see this area is still flexible, but once it's dry, it's gonna be very solid. But you can see it's very much supported now. Even when this area is completely cured, it's gonna be way much tougher, as it should be. Better than original. Lol. So here is the final result. It's so good that I can lift the whole thing with it. Even it used to be moving, now it's solid. This is the area where I supported with the metal sheet. I love it. I love it. I will be trimming these details, just these corners. It's not that it's matter, but yeah, why not? Just a few things. And I found this spot also, it was broken, so I just made a little bit support. It doesn't matter also. Yeah, So looks good, even better than original. I can say now 99.99.999999%. There is no point. Yeah, anyhow, this looks so good, guys. There is so much magic with my wires. Yep, you can see the color. I couldn't believe it. If I don't have this and I did it myself, I would say these are not the original. This is not the same. Of course, I took this and stitched it to my friend. I did the black, but I'm not sure if I will keep it or not. So far it's look good to me. So let's see inside the car if it matches everything. Otherwise, I might change it to fully red only. What do you think, guys? What do you think? So out of the stuff I figure out it's missing, I'm so excited for all these parts to be installed. So my color does not exist on this dash, so I figured out from this day one. The cup holders here, they have the function which is right here, but the console itself does not have it. So my idea is I will be going with the RGB strip light. I will be installing one here, one from the other side, and these bad boys will go as well here. Part of this project I would need the complete interior body control harness, so all the wiring which is coming from the smart junction box, the body control box, going to the middle console, I would need it's gonna be one completely, going to the top where it's related to the lights and the convertible. So it has to be a harness related to a manual convertible Mustang. Then it will be going to the doors, will be the doors. It will go all the way back to the fuel pump, to the rear tail lights, and all these kind of power things will come with a complete additional harness, which is not the one installed here. So therefore, regarding coming back to the point of this mic color, so the function is, it's in this bad boy. This is the smart junction box. So the function is here, and it can be activated from the dash, from the cluster, as everyone knows. The wiring which will come from this bad boy will have already the mic color cables. So at the point where it's coming, because I already saw the donor car and I know that it exists, so therefore the wire which is coming from here, I will take the 4 line, which is usually ground, red, blue and green. This is the standard of this. Nevertheless, what color could be used? Let's see if we can do this. Yeah, not ground, sorry, it's positive, green, red and blue, which Ford has on the other hand. Oh yeah, so I can show it to you here. They have it brown, blue, green and orange. So I will be testing which one. The brown, is it the positive, or the orange is the positive? But it makes sense, the orange is the positive one. Sorry, it's the red one. So if you look, this is actually from the door. So the door also has these bad boys. We have brown, orange, green and blue. So that part, I will be extending an additional harness, going one here, one here, one for the doors, which will come through the door plug, also to the left side, because then I will be having the full control of everything from the middle to the sides to the rear here from my cluster, as it should be from the factory. and we keep working better than original. Yeah. So a small challenge we have here. The RGB which being used by Ford is a common negative, and the strip light, the strip RGB which you can buy from the market, from eBay and so on, is a common positive, anode and cathode. So the thing is, which mean the idea is that with this all I need is a positive here, and once the negative is coming on the G, R or B, then the light is going on. On the other hand, here they have it brown, which is negative, and then once the positive is coming to the blue, green or orange, orange is the red, then the light is coming on. Of course, I confirmed it's a 12 volt, so that was another question: is it a 5 volt RGB or is it a 12 volt RGB? So it's a 12 volt, so I can use my strip because it's 12 volt, but if I will be connecting the same situation here, it won't work. Here the common is positive, here the common is negative, and the easy solution for that is to find the common negative, which it's not available in the market. Really easy, I couldn't find it. So quickly, the solution from my side is removing the RGB, the SMD lids, and reversing the position. So I did a quick test here, which is really crap, so I just did it really quickly to see the situation. And now with this, if I put a common negative here and then the positive on the RGB, then the light is coming on, which is problem solved. So I'm switching the 4 pieces I have, all of them, so it match the interior voltage of the car, and it's just a little fun. One thing you need to keep in mind once you flip the SMDs, that the green is no longer the green, it's actually the blue, and the blue is become the green. So you have the negative, you have the blue, red and green. So just when you do the wires, you know what you're doing. Now to plug the strips, my best solution is this male-female plug, which they came also with the RGB color set. Yeah, somehow this is even better, it's black, so it matches the ground. Yeah, I find it very practical. So installing the dash, it was straightforward. You don't need to do any kind of modifications, even for the mid console. Just go with the original bolts and everything is gonna be fine. Even here there is bolts from this side, there's bolts from the middle and also from the right side, and then of course there is some bolts fixing the dash to the firewall. So everything was just take off, put it back as original, nothing need to be changed. The wiring is related to the harness, so whenever you change the harness from the 2008 to the Gen 1, it's just gonna fit perfectly. As of the door panel, thank you to G Hunt from Modded Mustang Forum. He already shared very sufficient information. Of course, his situation was swapping everything, but keeping the original harness, which is in his case fits, but in my case I already changed the harness of the door and everything. We will see this process later on. So in my case, I'm using the original harness from this generation. Everything here, from the function, from the door, windows, lock, center lock, everything here match perfectly, because I swapped the components inside it. The speakers, the subwoofer, both fit perfectly. You don't need to change anything. And yeah, as you can see, the only challenge about this, he already mentioned, is the fitting from the screws around the panel. So you need to find the best scenarios for your case. Every person could do this differently. In my case, I made a bracket fitting the side screws, and the lower screws I just fitted directly, just open a small hole and put the screws there. Of course, the main two screws are this one here and that one here. They fit perfectly. You don't need to do any kind of modification, which is really nice. These are the most important, and you can see it's completely solid.